AIDS Walk Los Angeles 2021.
If I want to describe the AIDS Walk with one word, it would be community, because it's a community effort.
Walking for a brighter future in the fight against AIDS.
Learning more every day, and the focus is on a vaccine.
And supporting those who need help now.
This facility for us is about bringing the services to the people that are in most need.
This special AIDS Walk edition of Localish LA starts right now.
Hello and welcome to this special AIDS Walk edition of Localish LA. I'm Rachel Brown.
And I'm Carl Schmid. Once again, the pandemic has pushed this to be a virtual event, but we are still walking on our own and in small groups to raise money for APLA Health.
AIDS Walk LA started in 1985. It is APLA Health's biggest fundraising event of the year.
Yeah, and these donations are critical to keep APLA Health going.
Well, we serve about 20,000 people a year. So we're a medical and support organization across Los Angeles County with a mission to serve the low-income LGBTQ+ community and people living with HIV. There's almost 60,000 people in Los Angeles County living with HIV. We have the second largest epidemic in the country, and a lot of those folks still need a lot of help. Sure, we've made tremendous progress, but we have a long ways to go. So we can really offer people now who are newly positive a completely different life than somebody who would have been infected in the 1980s or 1990s. But it means we have to be able to get people services. So we have to be able to have the funding and the resources. So they need food, transportation, housing, case management, mental health support, in addition to medical care, in addition to dental care. One of the things that people don't recognize is that HIV is increasingly a disease of people of color and the poor. So a lot of our clients need help with the daily necessities. So we run the largest food bank program in the country for people with HIV. So AIDS Walk is important for two reasons. Number one, to raise awareness. It really gives us an opportunity every year to tell people and have people tell other people about the epidemic, that it hasn't gone away, that there's still people who need our help. And the funds from AIDS Walk are the most flexible that we have. They're the funds that we can use when we address a problem immediately. We don't have to go to a government agency to get permission to do something. We can respond, we can be entrepreneurial, we can do policy work, and be able to make real change in people with HIV's lives.
Now it's time for you to help out. The money raised today will be matched by a very generous anonymous sponsor. So go to aidswalkla.org/ABC7 and form a team, sponsor a walker, or make a general donation. We have created this QR code to link you up quickly.
One of the stars of this year's AIDS Walk LA is HIV activist Ongina. You might recognize her from RuPaul's Drag Race. And this year, she's the host of The Walk Show for AIDS Walk Los Angeles.
Thank you so much, Carl, and hello everyone. It is Ongina, but as you can see right now, I am off Gina because I am on vacation. But I wanted to say that AIDS Walk is so near and dear to my heart. I was diagnosed with HIV in 2006, and without the love, support, and great healthcare, I don't think that I would be living my best life today. So I just want to say thank you. And also I wanted to introduce you all to the great people that APLA Health is working to help. So check them out.
What brought me here to APLA was I was going through a time in my life, a very hard time, and I was depressed and feeling low and feeling down.
Some of the services we provide here are for depression, anxiety, drug and alcohol addiction, trauma, gender affirming surgery assessments, and same-day crisis services.
I kind of feel like I would still probably be at like my lowest place right now if I didn't get counseling at all.
Well, when I first started going to APLA, I wasn't too in contact with myself or who I was.
APLA Health has a program called Trans Connections. This program is dedicated to working with BIPOC, this is Black, Indigenous, people of color of the trans experience between the ages of 18 to 29.
All of us at Trans Connections and the advocates and the supervisors, we're all a family.
I was diagnosed with HIV since 2001. I feel lonely because I don't have much friends.
The Hive Program is a program here at APLA Health, and it is for gay men who are 50 plus. It's a program to create community.
When I heard about this Hive program, I was happy because I can meet with people that I can make friendship through them.
I was kind of just looking for a space where I could be. People that understood me, listened to the same music, understood my vernacular. Like, I just wanted that sense of community.
Helping Him is a program that deals primarily with young men of color who sleep with other men 18 to 29.
We do all types of things. We do community service events, we have drag shows, we take trips, but mostly we just come together and bond and connect on levels that we can understand. I feel like I've grown a lot as a person.
It helped me figure out who I was.
That is just a glimpse of the amazing work being supported by your donations to AIDS Walk. Now let's hand things over to ABC7's Ellen Leyva.
Thank you, Rachel. LA AIDS Walk is one of the most important and special events I take part in every year. And although I can't be with you tonight, I am there with you in spirit. APLA Health is one of the nation's largest LGBTQ+ healthcare organizations, and they're getting even bigger and better, adding several new facilities in LA County.
At APLA Health, we think it's very important that people are able to find care where they actually reside. So it's important for us to be on the Martin Luther King Medical Campus. This new facility in South Los Angeles really serves the immediate surrounding neighborhoods of Watts, Willowbrook, Linwood, Compton, and other South Los Angeles cities and neighborhoods. Our newest facility will have dental facilities. It will have a new pantry outpost for our Advanced Nurse Necessities of Life program. We'll be conducting HIV and STD testing, as well as treatment. We also have behavioral health and LGBTQ+ primary care. Coming out of COVID, we've had a lot of conversations about health equity, and really this facility for us is about bringing the services to the people that are in most need.
To keep building and staffing these great facilities, APLA Health needs your help. So go to aidswalkla.org/ABC7. Have your phone handy, just open the camera and focus on the QR code on the screen. You can form a team, sponsor a walker, or just make a donation.
And be sure to make that donation today, because all of the money being raised today will be matched by an anonymous donor.
Coming up on this special AIDS Walk edition of Localish LA, Why They Walk. We hear from the walkers making a difference. And later, a look ahead at the fight to stop the spread of HIV. And a big thank you now to the premier sponsors of this year's AIDS Walk Los Angeles. Localish LA AIDS Walk Edition.
Welcome back to this special AIDS Walk edition of Localish LA.
Yeah, and I want to point out some really special people here behind us. All of these people are Star Walkers. They've all raised $1,000 each to become a Star Walker.
Great work, and a huge thank you to all of the Star Walkers we have here.
Check out all these amazing Star Walkers. Thank you guys so much. Now, let's hand things over to actor Jonathan Bennett.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to be a part of this year's AIDS Walk LA. Now, what makes this event so special are the walkers, the people out there raising the money and actually doing the walk, even when there's not a big group walk like this year. So let's meet some of this year's top fundraisers.
Every day I'm posting a video to Facebook and Instagram that is different and unique. I've been walking for 10 years. This is my 10th year. I thought, how can I raise more money? How can I tell people how their donations, where the money goes? So I'm kind of putting my money where my feet are and running every morning. I'm always standing in front of a different mural or wearing a different t-shirt. Hopefully I'm making people laugh. And if I made you laugh, maybe you'll give me $5, right?
Hi, my name is Bert Champagne, and I am a Star Walker along with my 3 goddaughters, Juliet, Danica, and Ari Moffat. I have been doing the walk and working for the walk for 30 years. So 1992, I found my niche and, would walk with my partner and my dog, and they both have passed. And then now I walk with my godchildren. It's a multifaceted event. It's remembering people, honoring people, saluting people, helping people, and just being of service. At one point, you just look up and you kind of go, wow, this is what it's all about.
I started walking in 1995, and here we are 27 years still doing the AIDS Walk.
I didn't even speak the language back then. I saw everybody with the little things, and I want to have mine. So I placed $5 for that first walk, and so I could get my fee. It's really amazing, the work that they do. But since I achieved Star Walker the first time, I definitely give me a little bit more of a push to, I have to do better, I have to do better, I have to do better.
I brought people to say, you don't have to raise money, just come. They come and they love it. When I got cryptococcal meningitis, they found out I had AIDS. And because of that, I thought, oh my God, I was just worried. I died and came back. And when I came back, all I knew was I wasn't gonna go back to work. I was gonna help people. And I thought, hey, if I can walk, I can actually get money from people, donations. So the following year I did that.
When somebody gives you a donation, always remember, say thank you.
And every dollar that people donate is just one step closer to making sure that that we can get rid of HIV once and for all.
Let's hope that the last walk we're gonna do is the walk to celebrate that there is no AIDS anymore.
This year, AIDS Walk Los Angeles said goodbye to two very special volunteers.
Patricia and Peter O'Brien had been volunteering with AIDS Walk Los Angeles for over 25 years. And there is almost no one in the AIDS Walk community who did not speak to Patricia at least once. She was often the first person to answer your phone call or congratulate you on reaching your AIDS Walk goals.
We've had to say goodbye to both of them in 2021. Please join us in a moment of silence as we honor their legacy and love for our community.
Localish LA AIDS Walk Edition.
Now, we may not be out on the streets walking together this year, but we are together in spirit for AIDS Walk LA 2021.
Now let's turn things over to Sherry Cola from the freeform show Good Trouble.
I'm so freaking proud to support APLA Health and the work they do. Truly, thank you. This year marks 40 years since the first published report identifying what we now know as AIDS. Here's a look back and a look forward at all the life-changing, incredible progress that's been made throughout the years.
We now know, again with a great deal of certainty, that we have the ability to really fully control HIV and make it a manageable illness. We weren't quite there with our knowledge 20 years ago.
Well, it was just awful treating patients in the early days of the pandemic, and for many years after that, when we had no medicines whatsoever. We basically sat by folks' bedsides and tried to help them through one serious infection after another because their immune systems were decimated by the virus. It was early 1981, and at UCLA, we saw a patient, and he seemed very unusual. He was critically ill. Then we saw a couple of other such patients. We reported this to the CDC, and it was published on June 5th, 1981. And those are the very first cases of what became to be called AIDS. But we really had very little to offer until the first drug came out in 1987. And then we really didn't have a huge breakthrough until 1995, when the death rate started to decline.
Today, it's a very different situation. We've had effective HIV therapy for a quarter of a century, for over 25 years. For most people, is one pill once a day. A person who's newly diagnosed with HIV can expect to have essentially a normal lifespan, and they can also have the certainty that they will not transmit HIV to their sexual partners, or, should they choose to have them, to their children. We're really taking a multi-pronged approach. Rather than putting all our eggs in the basket of vaccination, we're looking at treatment as prevention and multiple other interventions to help stop the virus. And PrEP. PrEP is a medication that prevents or helps greatly decrease the risk of acquiring HIV. So it's for people that are HIV negative, and it's a preventative, and it's very effective. So for the uninsured, it varies state by state. In California, we're quite lucky because we have a state program called PrEP app, which will provide PrEP for people that don't have insurance or don't have adequate insurance to pay for PrEP.
When an HIV vaccine is discovered and discovered to work, that is going to be very big news. And that is going to be the key to curbing the spread of this virus around the world. And I believe it is going to happen, just can't tell you when.
Time now to take your phone out and aim your camera at the QR code on the screen. That's going to take you directly to aidswalkla.org/ABC7 to make your AIDS Walk donation. Now, look, I'm going to be a little pushy here. If you do it right now, your donation is going to be matched by a very generous donor who wishes to remain anonymous.
Now let's hear from actor Eli Gorey with more on how your donations help support APLA.
Your donation to APLA is critical to helping thousands of people in the Los Angeles area. We're not just talking about healthcare here. Did you know that APLA also has a food pantry? Here's a look at the Necessities of Life program.
I've been a member of the NOLP program for 21 years.
The Advanced North Necessities of Life program is a food and nutrition program. We provide food and nutrition education to people living with HIV and AIDS.
In the year 2000, I got sick. I couldn't work anymore after that experience, and the food security was really a fear of mine. Somebody recommended APLA food program. I came here, was blown away.
We're not a program where someone could simply walk in and pick up a bag of groceries. We want to educate people about the benefits of food and nutrition and the role that good nutrition can play in the lives of anyone, especially those living with HIV and AIDS.
So approximately 10 years ago, we started receiving pamphlets on preparation, storage, temperature of cooking the food, duration of how long you should keep the food, and that helped me quite a bit. For a matter of fact, I'm diabetic. It makes me a little healthier. It helped to keep me safe.
In 2020, APLA helped move to expand NOLP from a supplemental food program to a program now that provides 100% of our clients' dietary needs.
Here's actor and activist Billy Porter with a look at another vital program supported by your donations.
Thank you so much. So listen, did you know that APLA Health is playing a role in helping fight homelessness in Los Angeles? Thanks to donors like you, they are able to offer housing support services. So we thank you.
I saw this lady pushing a shopping cart and I wondered to myself, how did she get there? It wasn't 2 months later, I hurt my back really bad. I went on disability. Pretty soon I was the woman pushing the shopping cart.
Alliance for Housing and Healing has multiple services for persons living with HIV/AIDS in Los Angeles County. Our goal is to provide an HIV-free generation by providing housing and then linking to care. By joining forces with APLA Health, we're able to expand those services. We have a group home that provides 24-hour care for individuals that need help with assistance for daily living. We have permanent supportive housing that serves families and persons with HIV/AIDS who are homeless, who have mental illness, who have chemical dependency. And we also have wraparound services such as direct financial assistance and assistance finding affordable housing in Los Angeles County.
I wanted to stay close to my doctors and the support system that I was starting to build, and so I eventually got an apartment, which is amazing. The first 2 weeks in my apartment, I just cried. I think that if Alliance hadn't helped me, I would have died out there.
Be sure to use that QR code. It helps making donations easier, and it takes you directly to the site where your donation will be matched by the generosity of an anonymous donor.
Now here's Jake Borelli from Grey's Anatomy.
While we all miss the big in-person AIDS walk, it is so extremely important to support APLA Health. This group provides so many essential services: primary care, HIV and STI testing, behavioral health care, and even dental services.
Dental treatment is always expensive, and it's difficult to find a place where you can literally be able to pay where you can. APLA for me is a very important part of my life.
It's the first dental clinic of its kind to serve the HIV population in Los Angeles. We offer services to people who otherwise can't afford them, people who don't have medical insurance or dental insurance. We're really a sort of a safety net for people who don't have other options.
My incomes are not too high and I cannot pay a regular dentist. I couldn't eat much because every time I tried to chew, it was painful. I received dental cleaning, fillings, bridges, dentures.
We offer a full range of services. Sometimes people have specialty needs like root canals, or they need highly specialized types of extractions, so we take care of that as well here. Generally speaking, these are underserved communities, and so by having all of these satellite clinics, it just makes access to care a lot easier for a lot of folks in our community.
If I cannot eat because I have pain in my mouth, I'm not going to be able to eat. So after coming here, I was able to take care of myself much better than before.
Up next on this special AIDS Walk edition of Localish LA, the team's stepping up for this important cause. Don't forget to make your donation now. Time to say thank you to the grand sponsors of AIDS Walk Los Angeles. Localish LA AIDS Walk edition. A special thank you to the principal sponsors of AIDS Walk Los Angeles.
While we're not lacing up our sneakers altogether this year, we are still taking steps to support this very important cause.
Time now to introduce you to this year's top fundraising teams. We are very proud of the first team in the top 3, Pride at ABC7, Disney Pride.
We are Team Pride at ABC7 Disney Pride, and we are proud to be in the top 3 this year. We want to thank all the walkers, the teams, the volunteers, and the staff at AIDS Walk. Here's to a great 2021.
Yay! Congratulations to our fellow teammates, and thank you. In second place, it's our friends at APLA Health.
Hi, we are APLA Health. We, as a staff, also participate in the community. We fundraise ourselves. We go out there, we ask our individual family and friends, all the people that we know, and we ask them to donate to our team. And we are the number 2 team, so thank you so much to everybody who has been donating to APLA Health staff. Yay!
Yay! Way to go, APLA Health. And in the top spot, Starbucks Pride Network.
This is Starbucks Pride Network for LAC Cal, and we are so honored to be the top fundraisers for AIDS Walk 2021. We love APLA, and we love being part of the community.
Woo! Starbucks!
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 A big thank you to Starbucks Pride Network and to all the teams taking part in this year's walk.
And here it is one last time, the QR code. It will take you directly to aidswalkla.org/ABC7 to donate. And please make your donation now because we have a very generous donor who is matching all the donations today.
Thank you for making AIDS Walk Los Angeles 2021 another memorable one.
Have a great night, everyone.